Hey guys, so in this tutorial we are going to be building out a basic logbook tracker or lift tracker for individual or multiple athletes.
So now that we know the athlete's lifetime PB or lifetime estimated PB and when it was achieved, we can look at their most recent one. The reason I look for the most recent one is because although, yes, we know their lifetime, they're not always going to be performing at that level. It could have been that they hit that 2 years ago in a competition, or it could be that they hit it 2 months ago, in which case you might be slightly closer to it. So I look for the most recent so we can get a more up-to-date idea of where the athlete is at. So the first thing we're going to do is look at what date or the most recent date, okay, that the athlete has performed this lift. We can't look for the lift first of all because we need to know the date. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an equals max ifs. Now the reason I'm doing a max ifs is when you're searching for numbers, obviously that will search the highest number. But with dates, if you search for the max, it will find the most recent. So it works really, really well. So the range we're looking for, so max ifs, raw data, and within raw data, so we got that square bracket. Okay, we're looking for date. Close that off. So the range we're looking at now is looking for the most recent date. But we want to find the most recent date that matches certain criteria. So the first thing we want to match is we want to know that the raw data we're looking at, athlete name, comma, needs to match what we've got up here. So I click there. So now you can see raw data date. That's what we're searching for. The criteria we're looking for is that the raw data athlete name matches C6, or this cell here, comma, that also raw data squared bracket, the lift, closing the square bracket there, comma, is the same as what we've selected here. Now we're saying we're looking for the maximum date, so the most recent date when athlete 1 has done bench press. Close it off with a bracket, press equals. Lots of little numbers, but we now know we just need to change that to short date. And you can see, as it happens, it is the same date. Okay, so now we want to search for most recent estimated 1 rep max. So now what we're going to do is use that X lookup formula. So we're looking up, okay, what value are we looking up? We're looking up this value. So we're looking for this value and this value and this value. So we are looking for any date, that is the 10th of the 1st, 1990, where athlete 1 has lifted bench press, comma. We're going to look for them in raw data. First of all, we're looking in the date and, not comma, we're looking in raw data. Sorry, we're looking in raw data bench press, because that's the second one. So we're looking for lift and we're looking at raw data athlete name. That is where we've now got P16, which is here. So we're looking for the date and the lift and the athlete. So we're looking in the date, the lift, and the athlete. Okay, if we find all of them, we're on the return array. So what do we want to return? Well, we know we want to return raw data. And now we want to return the estimated 1 rep max. So if we find all of these in the same row, show us what the estimated 1 rep max was. If we don't find it, again, I'm going for those quotation marks. And I'm going to put no data. Okay. Match model is 0 because we're looking for an exact match. Search mode 1 because we're just going in order. Press enter and there we go. So we now actually know that their lifetime 1 rep max or estimated 1 rep max is actually their most recent. Now what I could do is if I go into data and I put athlete 1, okay, and we know we want the bench press, and I put 65 for 4, so much lower estimated 1 rep max, but they did this year. So we're going to go and let's just say 1st for the 1st, 2022. Okay, real nice and simple. There we go. When I click back on dashboard, you'll now see that their most recent is changed and updated. Now, the last thing we're going to do on this is just also add in these weights and these reps. So exactly the same formula that we've done before on the first one. So we're X lookup. So again, that equals X lookup. So what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for this value. You can choose any of them here. This is a little bit of a free play. I'm looking for this value and this date and bench press and athlete name. Now, you probably would find them without selecting all of those pieces of information. And I think I've actually, on the cheat sheet you can download, I don't think I've actually searched for the exact estimated 1 rep max. But basically, I quite like to, because it covers you on all bases, just in case multiple people have lifted multiple times, or you've typed in something slightly wrong. This just eliminates those errors, really. So I'm looking for all of those. Now I'm going to look for them in order. So where am I looking? First thing I'm looking for is that most recent estimated 1 rep max. So raw data, square bracket, estimated 1 rep max, and raw data, square bracket. Second one I'm looking for is that date achieved. So I'm going to go on date and raw data. Third one, you get the gist of where we're going here. Lift, and the last one, raw data, athlete name. Perfect. What am I going to return? Well, I'm going to return raw data, weight. I want to know what weight they lifted. Square bracket that off. Again, if not found, I'm going to go with no data. 0 because I want an exact match. 1 because I'm searching first to last. And close that off. Press enter. We now know they did 65, which again, we know is right. So now you just need to do that exact same process, but for the reps as well. I'm not going to go through this one step by step. I'm just going to type it out nice and quick. Those bits of information. We're looking in raw data. We do it up here. I prefer typing it up here. I just find it easier. First, we're looking for max. Second of all, is that date. And last but not least, raw data, athlete name. I'm going to look all of that, and I want to return the reps. No data if it's blank. 0, 1, close it off. And 4 reps. So there you go. That is how we find the most recent information and what we lifted to get there. Next, we're going to go for a bit of formatting, but that'll be on the last spreadsheet demo for today.